After winning 4 games in a row here lately, it has come to my attention that everything that I was trying to tell people is coming true. The Denver Nuggets are the best offensive team in the NBA right now, and it's not really close. When you got the 2-time reigning MVP Nikola Jokic with guys he can throw it around to like Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, that's a recipe for success. That big three right there offensively is very, very hard to guard. Defensively, not great, but that's why you got the role players. Aaron Gordon, Bruce Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, great role players, and then Bones Highland is just another flamethrower they bring in off the bench. Love the core that this Nuggets team has, and I'm going to tell you why, so make sure you stick around for the end of the video. Also, make sure to like button and leave me a comment down below. Now, let's go ahead and get started looking at how crazy their offense is. Now, it's not like the Celtics, where they're the most efficient offense of all time, but they are number 2 in field goal percentage and number 1 in three-point percentage and three-pointers made, number 2 in assists, and number 5 in total points. So they share the ball around. Definitely helps when your center averages 10 assists a game. Jamal Murray also getting good assists. And then they are 5th in points per game, and they have the 2nd best offensive rating, only trailing the Celtics in the NBA. They are 5th in points per game despite having the 20th pace in the NBA. Now, like I said, I really like the construction of this Nuggets roster, but the way it is built right now, it's almost impossible to guard. With Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and Nikola Jokic all in the same starting lineup, and then a guy like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope that shoots at 48% from 3. Aaron Gordon shoots at 60% from the field, 40% from 3. They've got really, really good snipers. It all revolves around Nikola Jokic, who averages almost 10 assists per game and 25 points. But Jamal Murray also averages close to 5 assists per game and about 18 points. You got Michael Porter Jr., like I said, flamethrower, and then the way that Aaron Gordon and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope can balance out the defense as well as the offense, it's just beautiful. And then you bring these two guys off the bench, Bruce Brown and Bones Highland, and this whole team is just almost impossible to stop. It's why they're the number 1 team in the Western Conference right now. Now, could the Joker go for his 3rd straight MVP? That's another big question in today's video, other than is there a single offense in the league better than this Nuggets team. 25 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists a night for the Joker, averaging a triple-double if you round up, and shooting at 62% from the field, 38% from 3, and averaging 1.2 steals per game. I mean, what are you going to do? At 7 foot and an absolute bruiser coming downhill? He averages 33 minutes per game, so putting up those numbers in only 33 minutes when you look at somebody like Embiid or Tatum, somebody playing way more minutes, he's still matching them in points. One of the only reasons I think that he doesn't get it is voter fatigue. Or, maybe Tatum wins it. Those are the 2 1 seeds in the NBA right now. But Jokic, combining to score or assist on 45 points a night is wild. Now, the glue guy, the quote-unquote Elmer glue for this team, Bruce Brown. 11 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game, and that's coming off the bench. So he is a huge contributor off the bench, but when he is a starter, he's even better. 50% from the field and 40% from 3 on the year. Super efficient. Only 80% from the line, or you'd be 50-40-90. Also a steal per game, and all that in about 30 minutes per game. Now, as a starter, he is even better. 14 points per game on the season as a starter, as well as 5 rebounds and 5 assists. He comes off the bench, gives them a huge boost in both scoring, rebounding, assist, whatever you need. He's the guy to come off the bench and do it. Now, the flamethrowers on this team that we are going to talk about today, all 3 of these guys. Maybe not Murray as much, but Bones Highland, Michael Porter Jr., the definition of flamethrowers in today's NBA. Bones shoots at 13.6, or scores at 13.6 points per game, and then about 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Not really an assist guy coming off the bench, running the backup unit. A little different from Monte Morris last year, but he shoots at 42% from the field, 42% from 3, and puts up those numbers in about 20 minutes a night, which is very impressive for a second-year guard. Out of VCU, of course. Now, Jamal Murray, 18.4 points per game, 5.4 assists, 3.9 rebounds. So he actually averaged a little over 5 assists. I was wrong earlier. But between him and Jokic combining for over 15 assists per game, Murray also shoots at 45% from the field and 38% from 3. And all of that is in about 30 minutes of play per night. Now, the final guy we got to talk about, of course, the biggest flamethrower of them all, Michael Porter Jr. 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, 1.2 assists in 30 minutes is crazy. Obviously not really trying to distribute the basketball whatsoever. If he gets it, he's going up. But there's a good reason for that, because he shoots at 47% from the field and 41% from 3, also grabbing a steal a game. He is a very good scorer, and I will stand by that for a long time. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Aaron Gordon, and Jeff Green are the glue guys, roll guys, 3-and-D guys, if you will. Jeff Green averaging about 7.5 points, 3 rebounds to start the year, so a solid start for the old man. Still kicking here in Denver. He's shooting at about 53% from the field, 27% from 3, so I'd lay off the threes if I was him, but about 20 minutes a game. So, given the fact that he's an old man, pretty good numbers. Now, Aaron Gordon, a guy that I've been pleasantly surprised by. He had to pick up his play last year, when Murray and Michael Porter Jr. went out, and he has not put it back down. 16 points a game, 7 rebounds, 2.3 assists on 60% shooting from the field, 40% from 3 in 30 minutes. He has really come into that role of the superstar role player, and he plays it perfectly. Now the final guy here, the true 3-and-D wing that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, or that Nikola Jokic has never played with, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, averaging 11.6 points per game and 3.2 rebounds a night. He's very good. 48% from the field, 48% from 3. Fantastic at what he does in his 30 minutes a night. Now, the youth that is still on this Nuggets team, Zeke Naji, 22, Christian Braun, 21, and then the other two are 20. Peyton Watson, a guy, just a shot in the dark at the end of the first round that definitely has some potential. And then Ismail Kamagate playing in the same league as Wembanyama and only trails him by a couple blocks and rebounds per game in that league, also averaging about 10 points. Najee and Brown, like I said, both getting some run this year in the league. I mean, they've been good at spots, given limited minutes, but nothing to write home about, I guess you could say, for Christian Braun in his rookie year and Zeke Naji in his second or third. Now, the outlook for this Nuggets team, right now they're number 1 in the West. It's them and Memphis, and then there's a 3-game drop-off, 3.5-game drop-off down to the New Orleans Pelicans. So right now, the Grizzlies and Nuggets, Grizzlies on a 8-game winning streak, Nuggets on a 4-game winning streak. Both of them streaking, both of them playing well at the same time. And then there is a 6-game gap between 2nd and 4th in the West. The same cannot be said about the East, though. But right now, the Nuggets just need to keep putting more and more distance in between them and the rest of the field. Looking at the upcoming schedule, they're in prime position to do that. They have to go to the Clippers, but then they play Orlando, Portland, Minnesota, and Indiana at home. 4 very winnable games. Probably could win that LA game. They could be looking at a 9-game win streak here. Then playing Oklahoma City at home. Might have already said that. Don't believe I did, though. Playing Oklahoma City at home on the 22nd. So easily a 10-game winning streak coming up. And then they play at New Orleans, at Milwaukee, at Philadelphia. So you might be looking at some games being dropped there. But still, a favorable schedule coming up over their next 6 to 7 games. But with Nikola Jokic looking for his 3rd MVP, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, both playing well, both getting, 16, 17, 18 points a night. Aaron Gordon playing his role perfectly. Same thing with Bruce Brown. All these guys play their roles perfectly, and that is including Bones Highland and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. I think this Nuggets team is one of the most talented in the NBA. You let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, though. Make sure to hit the like button as well. If you want to see more NBA content, make sure to come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos out. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.